Good evening, Vinyl Community. North Carolina Vinyl Picker here, Tuesday night edition. Well, I've been able to pick up a couple of things in the last couple days, and I got some stuff here I want to show you. Got a little bit of some books to show you, some magazines, a poster, some CDs, some records that I picked up, and at the end, I'm going to show you update on something I did a while back, which was my ugliest records. Well, I found one today. I think it just went into first place, but we'll do a poll. We'll see which one you think is the worst one that I have. Also, I listened to that CD that I found, and I told you I'd get back to y'all on, and I liked it. So, yeah, 9 Inch Nails. Who would have thunk it? I never heard of them before. I mean, I heard of them, but I never heard their music before. So, and I got my album. I'll start this off with I got from the Wax, Rob, and it was sent to me from the from I guess it was 2 weeks ago now. It was the online auction for the vinyl community, #1, and #2 is going to be this Saturday, and I believe it's 3 o'clock Eastern time. But make sure and check that. Make sure that I had that right. Yeah, so it's going to be a nice show, and then you guys can buy and gals can buy some records. So don't miss it. Yeah, check the time on that. It's it's on Saturday. I know that for sure. So this is a really great album. This is The Doors, and it's Strange Days, and I got this from the Wax. So that was a good pickup there. And I got these two today. Went to a little record store not too far from my house, and I'd been wanting this. I have it on CD, but I wanted to hear the vinyl experience. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen. It's got the fold-out inside insert and everything, and it's just incredible. It's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to playing this. I'm going to play this tonight. I love some old Joe Cocker, and he has Rita Coolidge on here, and Leon Russell, and just a whole bunch of people. So anybody that doesn't know about Joe Cocker or knows about his later stuff, like maybe his 80s stuff or 90s stuff, go back in his catalog to the beginning and pick up his first couple records. And then I've been a long-time fan of this man right here, Thomas Dolby. And this was his third album. And I've had this on CD, but I don't have it on vinyl. It's not something you see all the time. It's very rare to see a copy of this. And the year it came out in '88, and CDs were king in '88. So going into the '90s, the pressings, there wasn't as many records being pressed on vinyl back then. That's when the CD craze hit. So this is a great album. This is his third album, and if you like Thomas Dolby, then you really would love this. I got some CDs. I found some CDs today. Alison Krauss and Union Station. So Long. So Wrong. So Long, So Wrong. I like Alison Krauss. I've been listening to her with Robert Plant, so I'm going back into her catalog, and I'm finding these at Goodwill for $1. And I guess this was her backup band, Union Station. And I found another James Taylor album I didn't have, Hourglass. It says on here, his finest album in 2 decades, and possibly the best ever. And this came out, what year did this come out? This came out in '97. So I was looking forward to hearing that one. I found a nice jazz CD, Jean-Luc Ponty, Cosmic Messenger, classic album of his. Never seen it on CD, so now I do have it. for $1. Oh yeah, that's going home with me. And I got this one in the mail today. And this one here is Shadowfax, The Odd Get Even. A great band. Kind of new age and jazzy. This one's actually a German pressing. I found it on Discogs and entered it. So that's good. That was some good pickups there. And then the most interesting thing was I found these, and I found these, and they were there, and they had 25 cents on them. Now these are back in the day. For you youngsters, we used to make our CDs. We would take the CDs we would buy, or we would the album, and then we would make the CDs. So this is Genesis Archives Volume 1, 1967 to 1975, and Volume 2. And I used to have this set quite a while ago. So, but to have it again is pretty cool. And for 50 cents, I got to listen to them, make sure they sound good. But it's kind of weird because it even looks like my handwriting on there. So I don't know. Unless my old CDs got up here somehow from Florida to North Carolina, which I highly doubt. So these aren't really my old ones, but it's just kind of cool that it looks like they're my old ones. And then I was looking at, I'm putting all my records in Discogs. I'm up to the J's. And I was looking at, look at this. This was stuck inside of a Jimi Hendrix album that I have. And if you look at the bottom, you can see down there, it says Circus Poster. Back in the day, long time ago, back in the 60s and 70s, we used to have a rock and roll magazine called Circus. And they would put posters in them. And this was Circus Poster number 9. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a frame or look out in the garage and see if I have a frame. And I'm going to try to put this in a frame and put Jimmy up, because everybody should have a little bit of Jimmy in your record room. So that was pretty cool. I like showing some stuff like that. And then these magazines, I got these before the last show and I forgot to show them. So I used to be a pretty big Beatle fan. I still am. But I just don't listen to them as much as I used to back when I was a kid growing up, because I heard it so much, you know. So you got to take a break for a while. But I've been getting back into it. I like to get Wildlife. I have McCartney's first album, solo album, and I have most of the Beatle albums. I don't have them all, and they're iconic, and you know you can't take nothing away from them. They were awesome for their time, and so these magazines were at the antique mall I was at, and they're just chock full of great articles and pictures of Paul and Linda after the Beatles broke up. These were magazines that in Life magazine back in the day, they were 50 cents, and this one here was from 71, and this one here was from 1969. So it's right around the time that the Beatles were ending, and so those were nice to have. And I think I paid like $8 or $7.50 or something for both of those. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but maybe I'll use them for VCLT down the road. I got enough ephemera. That's paper items. I got enough of that stuff. I got boxes of it that are put away in another room, and hopefully as the years go on in the vinyl community and I send out VCLT, I can send out some of this stuff, pass it on to other people, and that enjoy all these great bands, and give them a little bit of my of the stuff that I've collected over the years. I can't take it with you, so you might as well pass it on. You might as well pass it on to people. My kids don't want it, so And I got so that's pretty much all of the records I found. I got this one here too. I want to play this one later on tonight. Richard Furay. Richie Furay is he's awesome. He was in Southern Hillman Furay band, and he was in Poco, and so I want to listen to this solo album of his. That should be a really good one. I'll listen to that, and I want to listen to Joe Cocker. I might even listen to some Thomas Dolby. Who knows what the night will bring? But so we're 10 minutes in. So the highlight of the show tonight will be the 5 ugly records. Now I did this way back. I think I did it on my first 5 or 6 videos that I did. I showed some ugly records. But today I found what I think is probably going to be my number 1. But we're going to start off. I'm going to show you 5 ugly records, and I want you to go ahead. Now the vinyl is all good in these. It's just that the covers are beat, and some people say, you can't play the cover. Well, this is true. You can't play the cover, but as long as the vinyls are good, the vinyls. Can't say vinyl. As long as the vinyl is good, the record itself. We never called them vinyl back in the day. We always called them records. So as long as the record is good, who cares what the cover looks like? Now you got people that are, just have to have it pristine. And you got to have people that, they don't want no mold on it. Well, I don't like the mold either, so I don't have any mold on these. But here's my first one. Now, this here is a Ricky Nelson album that is pretty beat up. Pretty beat up. Cover's all messed up. Yeah, so see, it's all rotted. See, pretty cool. But the album is good. See, check the album. I usually get these ugly records from like Walmart and stuff for $1. This one here I think was 50 cents. But this is Ricky Nelson sings Nelson. But this may not qualify as the worst one. But we'll call this number 5. This is number 5. Okay. Here comes number 4. You ready for number 4? Here comes number 4. And I even tried to play this last night. I couldn't play it. It's too beat up. I'm going to be buying a new copy of Morrison Hotel. This here is pretty beat up. The cover is all beat up. And I think I paid $1 for this. It was more like a placeholder than anything. But I think I'm just going to put it in my box that I have all my records that I can't play with my new stereo, and it's got some luster to it, but it's got a ton of scratches, and like every other song skips. So okay, this is where this is going. This is going in, not the garbage. I wouldn't throw away a record or a book, but it's going to go in my bin of records that I don't want. I can't play, but I don't want to throw them out. So the Morrison Hotel, number 4. If you want to vote for number 4, you can vote for number 4. Or Ricky Nelson, who's number 5. Okay. All right, there, kids. Number 3 is coming up. Number 3. Now this one looks like it might have come from a library. See, it's got the writing on here where people checked it in and checked it out. Property do not remove, 1977. So that's pretty ugly. That's a pretty ugly cover. And this is Steve Wynwood, his first solo album. And it's got the original insert. The back cover is not too bad. The front cover, a little bit to be desired. Now the record itself is really good. So it only shows, let's see here, how many times did he get checked out of the library? He got checked out in June of 77, and then July, twice in July, once in August, once in September, December, sat there for a while. Then I got checked out twice in December, once on my birthday in December, the 30th. January of 78, I was in the Navy then. I was just a wee little guy. And then February, he got checked out a bunch. And then March. And then the last time it was checked out was April of 78. So I don't know what happened to it after that. Maybe somebody bought it and had it in their collection. But this thing here has got tape on it. It's got the stickers on here. It's got the tape. I was going to say time strip. It's not a time strip. That'd be a promo. So it's got the from the library. Remember back in the day when you would get records and CDs from the library, and we used to take them and then I would burn them to my computer and stuff like that, or rent out a VHS or a Blu-ray or a DVD from the library. I don't know if they still do that or not. Okay, so that's number 3. Here comes number 2. King Crimson, Lark's Tongue and Aspect. Look at here. It's sticking right out the bottom. This one is pretty roached here. But the record's good. I'll show you the record. Look at this thing. This thing's a hot mess. A whole chunk's out of the corner, like a rat ate it or something. I don't know. Ugly records. Ugly record. Ugly record number 2. And here's the LP though. Luster. Plays right through. No problem. It's an Atlantic. Is it an RL? No, it's a PR though. I don't see an RL. I thought I had an RL Zeppelin 2 today, but no, I checked it out. It wasn't. I was hoping. Okay. Here's number 1. This is what I found today. This is what gave me the idea. I hope everybody's stayed with me here to the end watching the Ugly Record Show. So here we go. This one here is pretty bad. I went upstairs to this antique mall, Laces. I got some records upstairs. I said, okay, well, I went and had lunch with my wife, and I came back, and I got the Thomas Dolby record. And she says, well, I got some upstairs. I said, oh, okay. I said, how many? She says, oh, there's quite a few up there. So I went up there, and there was probably maybe 40 records, 35, 40 records. And I started looking through them, and I seen this one, and I put it to the side, and I kept on looking. Look at here. And it's all got water damage. It's all been, but this record is not a cheap record. This is a pretty expensive record album. And then, so I brought the record down. Look at here. Look at there. It's at some point, it's what they call a vinyl guru calls it a tiny dancer. So it's Mercury Polygram Records from '81. And yeah, it's got some tape on it. It's a mess. It is a hot mess. And but the record's pretty good. It's not too bad. It's got some scuffs on it, but I think once I clean it up, it should be good. Now I'm looking for a good cleaner that doesn't break the bank. Something about maybe $100, $150. I don't want to sit there and scrub them in the sink, and I don't want to get. They making these hydrostatic cleaners. Then I want to get one, but I don't want to get a bad one, and I don't want to get a cheap one, and I don't want to get a real expensive one. I want to try to get something then in the middle of the road. My price point's probably anywhere from $100 to $200. And so if anybody out there has any ideas, shoot it in the comment section on the bottom. I guess that's about it for tonight, Tuesday night. I plan on getting out there and doing some shopping between now and Saturday for my Saturday show. So stay tuned for that. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I think I'm up to 208. My contest is still going on. Show me 5 records that has a musical instrument on the front. I think so far I have gotten, hang on one second, I got 15. And these people that enter the contest, you need to go ahead and sub these up this evening if you get a chance. Dave the Pickup Artist, That Old Goat's Vinyl, Block Sonic Wafers, Happy Hippie the Vinyl Guy, 3 Dimensions of Music, Robert's on My Turntable, 2 from the Trunk, Tony, George Allen CDs and LPs, Chris from Record Talk, PC31 the Vinyl Policeman, Dolphin Dale, Stoner's Dashbox, Glenn Calloway from the Basement, T-Cat's Deep Vinyl Tracks, and Sam St. John's. Those 15 channels have subbed me up and also have entered my contest. We have plenty of time. The contest runs till April Fool's Day, the 1st, the end of the month. So get them all in, and then we're going to draw out of the hat. And whoever wins out of the hat is going to get I'm calling it a musical box. It's going to be a box full of, it could be CDs, could be records in there, it could be all kinds of stuff. I'm going to get a hold of that person who wins. I'm going to find out what their favorite genre is, or their favorite top couple bands are. I'm going to gear that box towards that person. It ain't just going to be sending out a record or a gift card. I'm going to make up a box. This is going to be a pretty cool box. So get in on the contest. And thank you all for subbing me up. God bless our troops. And we'll be talking to you Saturday night. And you have a great rest of your evening. Talk to you later. North Carolina Picker out.